Okay, so this is a topic that holds some weight on my chest. Autism.
How people with medical conditions see the world. Autism.
There be treasure.
So, I'm just gonna rant about this, but what the hell, man? Why? Yeah, so as you can hear, I'm already having a brain aneurysm just from recording this. I don't have a script, and I'm basically I'm basically making this video on my last bit of energy. So I've noticed that when I try to make YouTube videos or just be alive in general, there's just this gut wrenching disadvantage that I can feel crawling up to the back of my spine, because it's a problem that most people that I see in real life don't have. And so recently, I got an autism diagnosis, right? And that's cool and all, but the thing about autism is it has its benefits and it also has its deficits, and they're both very obvious to me. Honestly, I don't really speak to other people much about this, but then I do really see the vision when I look at my actions. As of recently, I kind of can spot the things. So you saw the thumbnail, right? That's essentially what it feels like sometimes, but it depends a lot. It's basically like you go insane every 3 days, but then you also have really creative ideas and you have like passions to make cool stuff, but only if you had like a machine that could like generate the image that you're thinking about, just and especially when it comes to like time perception and tasks. I've noticed this a lot over the past few months. I don't know. The whole thing about this is that it makes you very insecure, because I don't know how I relate to other people, in the sense that how I look to them in like the societal graph, if you get what I mean. So like the thing is, I'm just me, right? Like I understand myself. I understand that I'm a person, like with a brain, like you and me, like we're just both humans. But the thing is, I do think that's things that seem unusual to some other people, right? And then that has me questioning, like, what does that look like to others? Like, do I look like I'm like mentally not there? Does it look like I have like an actual disorder? And like, do people see me like as that guy that sometimes starts tweaking or doing like random stuff? I don't know, because the thing is, it's not just random tweaking. Like everything you do usually has some kind of thought behind it, right? And sometimes, like, I'll give you an example right now. So I learned what was the thing called cartwheel. I learned how to do cartwheel for fun in my backyard. And I remember this time in school when we were playing football. I just randomly felt like doing a cartwheel because I thought it was really fun, and we were like outside in nice weather. So I just did a cartwheel, and obviously I got looked at weirdly, because you don't just randomly do a cartwheel whilst playing football. And so the positive part of having autism is that I have very creative like ideas sometimes, and I have very photographic memory. And so that's what I like about for example, my superhero franchise that I make on YouTube, Celestials, is that I can come up with these awesome superhero ideas with cool powers and nice color schemes, and I love it. But then sometimes I'll get this random moment where I have the urge to spend the next 2 hours making like a drawing about the character and making a nice video. But then the next week I have to do something similar, and suddenly I don't feel like doing it at all. And it's like, if only I had a machine that just could project the thing that I'm thinking instead of having to do all the work. Like, it's just complete insanity. And the second I have to like do tasks that I don't like, and there's like, and it's not just one simple task, it's like multiple things, then you have to like do this branch of that thing, and then you like, for example, I have to search for a job right now. Then I have to like go on the job website for my unemployment like deficit money thing. Then I have to go for a job interview. Then I have to go to job bureaus, or whatever you call them in English, and I just go insane over it. It just drives me crazy. Then there's that thing I'd like to do, because there's like 100 things I'd like to do in my free time, like, for example, playing with Legos, roller skating, playing video games, making a YouTube video, listening to music, drawing, I don't know, going outside, reading a book. there's like 10 billion things I want to do at the same time, but I only have so much time every day, and half of the time I have to spend on things I don't like to do, and then it makes you depressed, and then like you just go insane. Like you can tell, I'm kind of ranting, and this video is completely unscripted. Like I'm generally losing my mind over here sometimes. It's just very hard sometimes, and I find it unfortunate that other people don't really understand my struggles sometimes. It really does kind of linger on your heart, like it puts some weight on you, knowing that other people sometimes generally won't understand what you're going through, and I find it very sad, honestly. And so I've been a bit more depressed recently. Well, not really, like, I don't know, it's kind of like a mindset more so. um but I'm also Christian, for example. Like, I love Jesus, I love reading my Bible, I love all that stuff. That's all nilly-billy and cool. But then I have to do all these things that I don't like. And for example, I hated going to school. Like, I just hated every second of it. I don't like doing it. So I'm very glad that that's over. And then again, like I said, it just breeds a lot of insecurity. Like, I just don't know where my standpoint is sometimes in the world, and it just makes you very uncertain and allows a lot of room for demons to come into your head, if that's how you want to call it. And yeah, I don't know. I feel very split on even sharing information like this on the internet, because I don't even have that much viewers, and then my family's gonna see it, and then they're gonna play it on big TV, for example, maybe, and then it's gonna look really cringy, and it's just so much things going on, and and then there's like 16 hours in a day if you sleep like 8 hours, but then the time feels like it's going slow, and you have so many things that you could do, and then suddenly time goes really fast, and day has like passed by, and then you're like, oh, okay, well, you already always have the next day to do that other thing. No, because tomorrow then I have to like do this thing in the morning, then at noon I have to like go there, and then in the evening I still gotta switch to my dad's house or something. And there's all this bloating and stuff and crap, and it's all like maintenance, and I have to do my appointments, to go to the dentist, and to go to the barber, and and all these things. All these things don't even get me that far. Like, now I just don't have long hair and my teeth look clean. Like, that's that, and I've literally been stressing out about this for like the past 3 days, for example. And I generally like making YouTube videos, don't get me wrong, but I've been on a bit of a roll lately. Like, I made my Minecraft video now, and the thing is, I want to make Celestials videos. I have some ideas still for like superhero designs, for example. Right? Every now and then I get like a cool idea, and then I want to make a video about it. Then I imagine the superhero in my head, and he looks cool and it's awesome. And then I actually have to make the video. Right? I like drawing, but then I have to like make sure the drawing looks nice, and then it needs to also be sustainable to make the video, to do that like on a weekly basis, for example. And then I also have to edit. Editing is like the bane of my existence when it comes to making YouTube videos, because why the hell is it that when I imagine a cool like a nice edit of like a clip dragging alongs the screen with like a sound effect, for example, that it takes me 5 billion hours to make this in freaking DaVinci Resolve, and it doesn't work properly half of the time. And I did graphic design in school last year, and it sucked ass, because why do I have to spend 12 billion hours just to make something in Adobe Illustrator look decent? I just feel like I'm losing my brains over here. So if you have some condolences, let me know in the comments. I'm not really sure what I'm even on about in this video sometimes, but I just feel like I had to just let it out. But I will say, though, it definitely has its positives, because when all the crap actually gets out of my life, and when I actually feel like things are going steady and normal for once, that's when I'm actually really happy. Like, it's very... I just feel like I'm not really built for job applications and like going to school and like doing all those little jovial tasks. Like, I feel like I just want to exist and just not have to constantly spend time on all these things and all these appointments and things I have to remember in my mind. Like, I just want to go roller skating and just play Minecraft and make Celestials videos. I don't know. It is just... It's two sides of a coin, you know? Another thing that feels very ironic about all of this is that I am not stupid, and like I said, I feel very insecure about those kind of things sometimes, like how other people look at me, right? because it's very hard making a standpoint on where your position is in like society when you have trouble figuring out your position in anything, in the sense that like I could say something to someone that to me doesn't sound rude, but then they'll tell me that I'm rude. Like how do you even figure out then how any of that works, right? um I literally even forgot what I was about to say. uh oh yeah, okay, so now that I remember, so for example, I took an IQ test recently, and my IQ is just average. I think it was like 107 or like 110. But then there's like nine sorts of intelligences. You can look it up, and in general, I just don't get the idea that I'm a very stupid person. As a matter of fact, I feel like on an emotional level, I do have a deep understanding of certain concepts, but then in other aspects, it sort of takes me a while. But what I think is a bit strange, for example, is processing. If someone like starts throwing stuff at me in like a conversation, I have to take some like a moment to process, right? And that makes me feel stupid, even though I'm not stupid, because it just takes a little longer. That's all, because people are suddenly talking about like multiple things at the same time. And I only have two eyes and one brain. Like I can split up into different multitask sections. That's just not how that works, right? And I don't know. I just wish also for YouTube, like I said, that I would just have a magic projector screen that just shows what I think, because I see all these cool thumbnails on YouTube and these properly done edits and these well-made art videos, and then I want to do that as well, and I have like these fun ideas. But then I actually realized that I have to like put in like genuine time to like make all the edits look good. The drawing has to look good, your mic has to be good, and then you miraculously don't get that many views. I don't know, it's just, yeah. Also, now that I think about it, another thing is like sensory overload. Like I don't know about you, but I remember getting made fun of by some dweeb in my class back in the day because we had to do like a film task, and I had to like get on camera to do like a short video, but then they shined like a bright light like straight into my eyes from like a distance. Like I had to literally look at the light, and other people weren't struggling with that, but I was a lot actually. Like, I don't know, what I hate a lot about that is, like I said, when other people don't get it, and I don't really blame them, but at the same time, it makes me want to rip my hair out of my head. You know, like I remember when the school bell goes off, I have to literally cover my ears or it physically hurts. But I know I'm not really getting ear damage probably because no one else is covering their ears, only me. Then the sirens pass on the street. I have to cover my ears again, but then I'm on my bike with one hand and I almost end up falling off my bike or something. Um, or like I'm at the mall and I see all these like people with detailed shirts, and you see all these like advertisements with bright colors, or someone shining like a bright light in a room, and it's like going into your eye, and it just hurts. Like and then you go insane because you're literally seeing like all these things at the same time, and it feels like your brain is being involved, like being secluded with acid with like a syringe. I don't know. It kind of feels like that one image where that cat has like his brain open and he's like getting a syringe to the brain with like all this dopamine and like ADHD. It just feels really bad. Yeah. Another thing I just thought about is how annoying it is that people don't really seem to get when I get tired in this. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't really understand this thing as much myself. And but the thing is, no, I actually also think about it. Another problem I have is right now I'm thinking like I want to cover like every little bit of like autism or like a certain topic. I always notice that when I try to make like a video, I want to cover like every single thing about the topic. I want to like do every, yeah, I'm not sure. So I'm probably gonna miss some things in this video, but it's already gonna be pretty long or something. I don't know, so it doesn't matter. Um, But what I also noticed is that if I have to do a bunch of stuff constantly that I generally despise doing, it takes me a while to not be tired again. Like I remember going to a school trip to Poland, and there was like a bunch of class drama and stuff, and there was all this stuff going on. I'm gonna spare you the details. Um, but essentially, literally like weeks after, I was still kind of like tired and like mentally exhausted from the trip, and it was still like in my mind, kind of like in the back of my head, like a mindset almost. And I feel like in general, the second you give me like a lifestyle of having to do this and this thing and then that thing, and it's all like stuff that I don't even have like a remote slight interest in, I just don't feel like, I don't know, like I just get really tired. I have to sleep a lot. I don't enjoy anything anymore. And the thing is, it's not like I always try my best to do the things that I have to do, even if I don't like them. But I do notice there's certainly a struggle there. So yeah, I don't know what to say about that. That's about it. See you. Bye.